Alamogordo Cross Country begins their season actually a little bit earlier than usual, it seems like, right, Coach? I mean,
yeah, it's about the same time, but it seems early. Everything seems early this year.
Yeah, I guess it does. I don't know why it seemed that way. But first week down in El Paso. You don't have your home meet till the end of the season, then you get back-to-back home meets.
Correct. Yeah, we're excited about that. Yeah, definitely. We're going to go down to El Paso, down to the Eastwood Twilight. It's like every school in El Paso, and a couple of Albuquerque schools come down. Los Alamos comes down. It's probably the biggest opening day meet we've had, considering we normally go to Fort Stanton this weekend. So, yeah, we're excited about it, though. So
for sure. The voice you hear there is Coach Justin Gigler, who, I do this for a lot of the coaches at Alamo because they've been here quite a while. What year is this for you?
13.
Wow. Does it feel like 13?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't feel like 13.
All right, but that's a good thing. You want to introduce the 5 that you brought with you today?
Yes, I have 5 student athletes with me today. I have Emma Quidley, I have Alex Simmons, I have Austin Stauffacher, I have Matt Snyder, and Aaron Borrego.
How's everybody doing today? Good?
Yeah.
Okay. They were unsure there for a second. First off, how did the summer go? Did you have a pretty good turnout for workouts?
Yeah, overall. Yeah, I kind of started out small like it did last year, but it seemed to pick up a little more steam as the summer went on. And definitely the biggest influx of people were at the start of the school year here. We just had a lot of new people who wanted to come on and try it. So just trying to get them situated and their bearings straight, and get them a little bit of understanding what cross-country training really is, because sometimes it can be overwhelming. But, overall, I thought we had really good summer practices. The weather held out most of the time, so we actually got some good runs in, and I know these athletes had put in some work this summer before they got to us, so they've looked pretty sharp.
All right, very good. And first week of practice has been pretty good for you guys overall?
Yeah, absolutely. We had a couple evening practices. In fact, we have one tonight, just to kind of beat the heat a little bit. So last week, at the end of the week, we learned that it gets pretty hot in Alamogordo. It's been apparently pretty mild up until last week, but it really cooked us. So we kind of had to rethink our training plan. So the week of practice has been really good, really solid, and so. Yeah, we're just excited.
We were talking a little bit before we got started, but you've had a really good turnout for the first week, right?
Yes. We have about 40 high school athletes, about 12 middle school athletes. So of those middle school athletes, there's 2 or 3 that are going to eventually end up on our high school squad. So, we're going to have some packed buses when we go to meets this year for sure.
But that's, a nice thing to have, because I know in some years you've been maybe a little bit light on the girls' side or a little bit light on the boys' side, and it sounds like you're pretty good on both ends.
Yeah, we've evened out quite well, especially in the last, towards the end of last week, we've talked some girls into doing it that are really going to overall help the numbers on our team and just really add to the depth. And like you said, it's not something we've had for a while. Even since I started coaching 13 years ago, we've always had a pretty solid, starting squad, but there wasn't any depth. I've only maybe been 8 deep at our highest or our peak there. So having about 10 girls, I feel that can make varsity is going to be really, really, really helpful this season.
And it's going to be good competition, I would imagine.
Absolutely. Yes. I think some of the girls, last year just kind of ended up on varsity by default by the end. And they did step up, but now there's some runners, I think, out there that are really going to challenge for those, that bottom half of varsity. So it'll be good.
Very good. All right, we'll start with Emma, and she's probably the most nervous of everybody sitting here. I don't know. At least she seemed like she was. I think she's going to be fine with this, though. How was your summer outside of cross country? Did you get to do anything fun, or just kind of worked on athletic stuff?
Well, I just moved here from Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
So I spent most of the summer unpacking the house and just getting used to the area, but it was a good summer overall.
All right, so at least you're used to the heat. That's not too bad moving from Oklahoma to here, right?
I'd say it's hotter here, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying it gets pretty hot in Oklahoma too, right?
It does, yeah.
Oh, okay, very good. How far do you like New Mexico? Has it been all right?
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. I've got to make some trips to Las Cruces and El Paso, and that's been cool too.
Okay, very good. So I assume you ran cross country in Oklahoma?
Yes, I ran my freshman and sophomore year as well.
Okay. In terms of getting into the training regimen with this team, is it kind of similar from what you were with your previous teams? Does it feel a lot different, or is it like, hey, we're just running, no big deal?
Yeah, it's pretty similar. We had summer practices in my last team too. But I like both teams very, very nicely, very well.
Okay. And how has it been? I'm sure hopefully everybody's been very welcoming. It's been fun getting to be a part of the group.
Yeah, I love everybody so far.
Okay, very good. Coach Gigler's saying, no, not at all. We're not nice to people in cross country.
Not at all. No. Just real quick, I was pausing there. We were talking about this yesterday. It's just like we don't try to sell the family atmosphere, but it's like it definitely turns into a family here. It really does. I think a lot of other sports programs are really trying to sell it, but the kids don't usually necessarily all buy in. I'm not selling it, but kids are buying in. So it's really, really a good fit. So I know she's transitioned really well to this team.
Okay. Well, it's exciting to see. Very good. All right, move over here to Alex. And how about you? How was your summer? Anything fun going on?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. Just cross country?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mainly just ran.
All right.
I mean, I went out of town once, but that was it.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. How was the summer workouts? Do you feel like you're in good shape heading into the season?
Kind of. I mean, I don't know.
Coach, does she seem like she's in a good position?
Yes, she's in a good position to start the season. Yes, I know that, for her, she's definitely transitioning from that track mindset to the cross-country mindset. So I think she's has a really positive attitude since she's been working out, and, she looks really good on the runs. Okay,
very good. So I'm trying to remember in track and field, you're more like 400, 800 kind of in that range, or is it more 1600, 3200 for you?
More 1600, 32.
Okay. That's what I was trying to remember from last year, but it was 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah,
so.
no, she's a true distance runner.
Okay, so 3 miles that's your distance. You like that area?
Yeah,
okay.
I do.
All right. Where do you feel like maybe you're getting some improvement going into this year? Do you feel like your time is dropping from where you were last season?
I think so. I hope so. That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, I'm feeling probably the best this season than I ever have any other season, so that's good.
Okay, very good. And this is your junior or senior year?
Junior year.
Okay, so you're still working towards a couple more years of high school running out there.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right, move over here to Austin. Austin, how about you? Anything fun going on this summer, or just doing cross-country stuff?
Well, I couldn't stay away from running, so, every morning I ran and went to work, but I prioritized running over the summer, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Where do you work at?
Well, I did some construction, renovating outside and indoor homes, did that for a bit, and yard work as well. Tried getting into the electrical and also food. So, yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Okay, you did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, you're picking the professions that you just sit on your rear end and do nothing kind of things. I'm joking. You're obviously working your rear end off out there. Yeah. You didn't necessarily need to get out there and be running. You were probably doing enough workout throughout your day, I would imagine.
Yeah. But, you always got to prioritize the things that matter, and this is certainly one of those things, yeah.
Okay. How's first week of practice, getting back into it with the team?
It's great. We have a strong team. We have a lot of good runners, a lot of good kids, a lot of good people, yeah. And this season's set up really nice for us because we have put in the work for it, and it's going to be a great season, yeah.
All right. And is it fun seeing so many people out there, on both the boys and the girls side, and having such a big team out there running? Because I know it's like a big mass of you. We see you running down the street and throughout town usually. So
yeah, well, it's great to see the change because when we first started doing this, or when I first started doing this with Aaron, Matt, and all the there wasn't a lot of us. It was a small population, and to see that grow, to see the it be a bigger family, as Gigler was talking about. It's great to see that, yeah.
Okay, very good. All right, move over to Matthew, and this is your senior year, right? Or are you still a junior? Okay, it seems like you've been a sophomore and junior for like 4 or 5 years for some reason for me, because I always get it wrong.
I wish.
How was your summer? Did you get to do anything fun outside of sports, or was it mainly just working on cross-country stuff?
It was mostly cross-country, but I got to finish my last hockey camp, and then I actually got to go to my first concert with my sister, so that was nice just to get out.
Okay. Who'd you go see?
I went and see, it was a Disney tour. It was The Descendants and Zombies.
Oh, okay. Very good. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was a blast.
All right. Very good. How about getting back the first week of practice and summer workouts? Was you feel like you're hitting it at the right point heading into the new season?
Yeah, I definitely feel like the improvement from last year to this year is a lot more than like my sophomore and junior year. Just because from my sophomore to junior year, I was worried about, taking on more of a leadership role and stuff like that, and now it's all flowing.
Yeah. Well, and it seems like more comfortable in being in that leadership role now. Is that fair to say?
Definitely. This team around me, I feel like now they can step up too. Like if I have a slip up, they're there. So it's really good this year.
And how? I guess as a leader on the team, how do you feel like you can impart knowledge to somebody who's a freshman or a sophomore stepping in, because you were in that role once. You know what it's like to be kind of the new kid on the team. What's the biggest thing you wish you had known back then that you can help them out with that?
Probably just like more of the balance thing, but like focusing on yourself and then knowing your team will come around you and stuff like that.
Okay. All right, very good. All right, move over here to Aaron. And how about you? What was your summer? Anything fun going on?
Yeah, my summer was pretty fun. I got to go to Las Vegas for a little bit, and then second half of the summer, sadly, I kind of like fell ill.
Oh no!
So I didn't get to run as much as I'd like to, but I like to say the first half of summer was pretty great. I was like going to the gym, running every single day. Stairmaster got those miles in.
Okay. So you feeling better now, or are you still kind of getting over it? Or?
Yeah. I'm completely fine now. But it's just been just a little bit tough, getting back into running. But it hasn't been like something super crazy, life changing. But it's been good.
Okay, very good. What were you doing in Las Vegas? Just visiting and going to see the sights there? Or?
Yeah, we just like, I don't know. Vegas just has so many things to do. Like, we went kayaking. We got to watch the fireworks on top of our hotel. Vegas has like all those like crazy shows. So we got to go see that too.
I just want to. This is Las Vegas, Nevada, right? Oh no.
Yes.
Yes, all those big hotels and fireworks in Las Vegas, New Mexico. No offense to Las Vegas, New Mexico. I'm sure somebody up there would be upset with that. How are you feeling? You talked about obviously trying to work back from not feeling quite as good through the middle part of the summer. Through the first week of practice, it's still kind of a little bit of a struggle there. Are you feeling like you're getting to where you want to be?
I wouldn't say I'm completely happy with where I am right now, but I'd like to, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. I can definitely see, my aerobic fitness is coming back slowly, but I don't know. It was kind of scary because it was just so sudden, and, when stuff like that happens, it's just completely out of your control, but I think I handled it pretty well. We're over it now.
Yeah. And the nice thing, obviously, the cross-country season is you can build yourself up, obviously, to district. And so
I think I got pretty lucky, too, with, getting it, so early in the season. Obviously, missed out on summer miles, but, now I just have the rest of the season to work on it.
Okay. Very good. Coach, we're talking, obviously, a lot about having, a pretty full roster this year. Yeah. Tell us about some of the other runners that we're going to see out there this season.
Absolutely. Pretty much my entire varsity 8 returned from last year, so I have Rylan Maroon and Dakota Suggs, who are also seniors, and Hayden Miller and Nicholas Spataro. Those were kind of my varsity 8 last year. They're going to be my varsity 8 this year, so it's really nice returning all 8. So we're really, really happy about that. And on the girls' side, other than these ladies here, we have a couple girls from soccer, Zoe Spataro and Alina Simental, who are going to come out and help us. And, of course, Elizabeth Farmer is going to be with us, and she had a tremendous end to her track season last year, so hopefully she carries that momentum through. And recently I was able to get a couple more girls added just from the basketball team who also did track with Brianna Padilla and Addison Gonzalez and JJ Centrella. There's also, she looked pretty good, and they just came out for their first time Tuesday, but looked really, really good on their aerobic already. So they're the kind of girls that we're going to have to transition into the season. The people that I mentioned before will be ready to go for that first meet, but just like you were talking about earlier, just the process of developing over time, for to peak in at the right time at the end of the season. We always get that luxury being cross country runners. We don't have to win the meets along the way. We just have to get right there in November and doing our best. And so I think I got all the girls. I guess I forgot Jocelyn. Jocelyn Pittman is another one. Mm-hmm. And Genesis Sayas is also going to be there. So, yeah, that's a lot of girls that are potentially help us. And those girls were kind of right there. Jocelyn was on our varsity team. And like last year, we really were putting it together still in the end on the girls' side. And we missed qualifying for state by 2 points. So this year we're much more together, and we're liking our chances all the way around.
And obviously the field, Oregon Mountain on the boys' side, I'm sure is going to be very good. I know they lost, some key runners.
Oh yeah, they lost. They lost a lot. But just looking back at the runners that did return, the 2 varsity kids they had from last year, and looking at the JV numbers, they're going to be very competitive. Definitely. With the changeover in leadership at Oregon Mountain with David Nunez retiring, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays into that. He's been such a staple of that program for over 30 years, so just that transition from them. And on the girls' side, same thing. They had 2 or 3 returning girls that are going to be quite solid. But I think by the end, we're going to be there on both sides. And our goal is to, at our home meet, do well in this hosting district to bring home a championship on both sides.
And so is it going to be 2 different courses? There's going to be, or are you going to run the same course?
It's going to be the same course back to back. And that's just to give the district schools a chance to see it before district. But last time I looked, I don't think any of the Cruces schools are coming to our home meet. So they're too bad. They're going to miss that opportunity, and will be based out of the soccer complex. So it'll be a whole new course, something that none of the runners there have run. So I think they're missing out on a tremendous opportunity to see how they're going to do. But I think we're gonna make the best of it.
Out of curiosity, what made you change from running over at Griggs to going to Ryder's?
Like the only thing that really made me switch from over there, there's 2 factors. One is the desert was getting rougher and rougher every year. The desert trails looked great, and then more and more rain. I can't imagine after the rain we just had what it even looks like out there. But it was there's giant grooves down the middle of the road that are like over a foot, 18 inches deep, and it's just like you have to pick a side, and it's just like no, let's that. Then the other reason too is just like having real bathrooms would be nice at the home meet, because the soccer complex actually has real facilities. That was always something I didn't like about out there, just having to use porta potties and whatnot. And yeah, so those are my big 2 reasons. And I think it's going to be extremely flat and fast and spectator friendly the way I have it drawn out. So, it'll be really, really fun, I think, for spectators to actually watch the entirety of the race.
Mm-hmm. I know they're all excited that it's going to be flat and fast because every cross-country runner I know, they like flat tracks, don't they?
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
Instead of, running up in Cloudcroft, which you guys are doing the week after next.
Yeah. We're in Cloudcroft and Ruidoso back to back. So, those are going to be some tough runs, but, it's for us, it's a good training opportunity. More so than necessarily, like for me, it's not about how we do in those meets. It's just, as far as a team or anything like that, it's just we're learning to run hills, and the workout you get at 9,000 feet or 7,000 feet for Ruidoso is just unmatched. And so being able to do that in a competition situation, I think is just going to make us better down the road.
Yeah. Emma, are you finding the elevation a little bit of an issue for you, or has it kind of been no big deal for you?
At the start, where I was running on my own for a little bit before we had summer practices, it was definitely something I had to get used to for a little bit. I think I'm used to it now.
Okay. And cross-country courses in Oklahoma, are they pretty hilly as well? In terms of difficult climbs and things like that? Or
no, pretty much all the courses I ran have been pretty flat, so I'm a little concerned about the Cloudcroft and Ruidoso runs.
No, why are you concerned?
And the problem is they're probably telling you like horror stories and stuff to scare you.
About Cloudcroft for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always having a conversation about the other day about which one's worse, and not everybody agrees on which one's worse. I have my own personal opinion, but they're like, no, that one's worse. The other one's like, no, that one's worse. So just to prepare you, Emma, they're both tough. They're just both
and then
tough.
you throw in the elevation on top of it.
Yes, that's the worst part of it, to tell you the truth. It's more the elevation than the hills themselves. That is just, definitely the people who live there and train there. Ruidoso will run well on both those courses, so. It'll be nice to see what they do down here, though.
Okay.
So,
do you have a time that you're kind of wanting to hit before the end of the season that you'd like to be running pretty consistently?
For the end of the season, I'm not really sure. My current PR is like a 22:01 for the 5K, so I'd love to obviously PR from that, but I'm not really sure about like a specific time that I have.
Okay, very good. Is athletic? Well, first of all, are you going to do track and fields when you get around to the springtime? Or?
Yes, yeah.
Any other sports that we'll see in, or?
No, probably not. Probably just stick with cross country and track.
Okay, very good. And is this something you'd like to continue after high school if you get the chance, or?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd love to continue running if I can.
Okay. Have an idea of what you want to do in college, or not sure yet?
No, I thought about joining the military like my parents, but nothing that I'm set on or determined to do.
And you got time to figure it out, so there's no rush on that. All right, very good. All right, we'll move over here to Alex. And how about you? You got a time that you're hoping to hit before the end of the season, or not really putting that as a goal for yourself?
I'm hoping to hit like low 20s. I want to be in like low 21s, high 20s, or low 20s. Something in that range. That's like 2-minute PR. So
yeah, and you're going to set that at Cloudcroft, right?
Probably not. but
I would say bravo.
Yeah,
Bravo.
I was gonna say if she hits
Bravo you.
if she hits a 20 under 21 of the Cloud
If
Crop.
you PR by like a minute on Cloudcroft, kudos. Kudos to all of you.
So we'll see obviously out in track when we get around to the springtime.
yes.
Anything else this year?
I don't know. I kind of want to try tennis, but I'll probably just stick to track. But we'll see what happens.
All right, well, I'm sure Coach Montoya would be excited if you jumped out there and tried tennis. So
Maybe.
maybe,
Maybe he's like
maybe you
not.
would, maybe you wouldn't. Are you hoping to continue athletics after high school, or?
I mean, if it happens, it happens. But mainly, no. I would rather go into something else.
Okay.
I guess.
right.
Yeah.
Focus on college and things like that.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know where you want to go, or
No.
No.
I just know I gotta go to college.
do you know what you want to do, or not sure on that either?
Well, I want to go. I want to go in the FBI or become like a detective, but that would probably be after I want to join the military, either Army or Coast Guard, and then try to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure there's.
Big hopes.
I think there's lots of paths that you can obviously take there to get where you want to go.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Big dream.
Okay.
But we'll see.
All right. Very good. All right, Austin, how about you? You got a number that you got in mind that you'd like to hit for a PR before the end of the season?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit 16. Yeah, I'm gonna hit 16:30. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the number that you're hoping to hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And how about for the rest of the year? We're going to see out. Obviously, we're going to see out in track and field. I would
Yeah,
imagine.
of course.
Yeah. Anything else you think about doing, or
What for?
sports?
Oh, no, just cross country and track. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And started thinking about after high school plans yet, or?
Yeah, I have a trade school program for lineman electrician. I'm gonna go into that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we talked about that last year. That
Yeah.
sounds familiar. So,
Yeah.
all right. And did we talk about what made you get interested in that? Is it just good career, or?
Well, I like climbing stuff, so
And it'd be nice to get paid for climbing
yeah,
stuff, right?
yeah, it's great. Yes, it makes good money, and that's what it's all about, right?
All right, very
So-
good. So obviously, once you get to the end of high school, that'll be kind of the end of the athletics for you. I'm sure you'll still run. But
Oh yeah. I plan on doing marathons, half marathons, whatnot. Yeah, of course.
very good, awesome. All right, move over to Matthew. And how about you? You got the number in your head that you want to hit before the end of the season?
Yeah, definitely. I got a couple of things. I would like to hit like a 15:25 or so at Artesia. I would like to break Omar's famous record that he did at state. That would be really cool.
Okay.
You can do it.
All right. What's Omar's famous record at state? What's the number?
I believe it was like a 15:39, but to do it at state in that moment, that was probably pretty cool. So to do something like that and get probably close to top 10 or so at state would be a big step for me.
Okay. And it's at Academy again this year?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Which I'm trying to remember. We've had this conversation before. It's not quite as hilly as Rio Rancho, but it still has its own difficult aspects to it.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, none of these kids have seen Rio Rancho yet, so
Okay.
so they have nothing to compare to now. Yeah, it was a transition we did, I believe, in COVID, right? We did it in 2021. Was the first year we did that in the spring of 21. So these guys weren't there yet. So
Okay. Very good.
they're too young.
Very good. And after high school plans, have you started? I mean, is keeping up with sports? Is that something you want to do?
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at like high D2 colleges right now for cross country and track.
Okay, very good. And still, I know you talked about you're still playing hockey. Is that something you're still going to be doing through the season?
No, I've actually quit hockey, so
Okay.
I'm just focusing on cross this year, and that's something I want to focus on going into college and stuff.
Okay, very good. You know what you want to study in college yet?
Yeah, I want to major in physical therapy and then get a minor in PE education.
Okay. What made you get interested in that? I mean, anything that stands out to you that you're like, this is what I want to do?
No, actually not really. Well, of course, with the PE education, I would love to become like maybe become a cross-country coach or something for a high school later on. But the physical therapy thing, I've always just wanted to do that. It seems interesting to do it for like a college hockey team or something like that.
Okay, cool. All right, move here to Aaron. How about you? What's the number you're hoping to get to here before the end of the season?
You know, I am just going to shoot for the stars,
Okay.
if I'm being honest, because my PR last year was like a low 18, like 18, like 10, something like that, at a golf course. Really bad course, by the way. Really, really bad course.
Dimming was great. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But I hope I just want to cut off like a lot of time, like hopefully like low 17, like shoot, maybe even break 17, because I feel like I made a big jump my first year from 25 to 20, and then from 20 to 18, so hopefully I can at least 18, 16, 2 more minutes. Seems reachable.
Okay. And track and field, obviously, when we get around to springtime?
Absolutely.
Anything else in between there, or just track and cross country?
Well, swim is out the picture now. I think I'd rather just focus on running. That's probably the main priority.
Okay. All right. Very good. And what's the plans for after high school? You got that figured out yet?
I do, actually. Right now, I'm enrolled in dual credit for social work, and I'm taking an intro to social work class, and hopefully I can become a social worker. Okay. That's the goal.
What got you interested in doing that?
Big influence from my mom. Like, I feel like me and her have like a really good like connection when it comes to talking about emotions, feelings, and all that stuff, and I think I'm pretty good at it too, when I talk to my friends. And she told me, she was like, you kind of have like a natural thing for it. I think it'd probably be good if you did it. And I agreed with her. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Very good. So, Coach, I mean, obviously, busy season coming up, and we look at the schedule as a whole.
Yes.
Start off, obviously, down in El Paso. You're heading up to Cloudcroft. You got Rodoso on there. Where else you guys headed outside of hosting?
Like, the middle of our season is kind of a little up in the air right now, just because might have a transportation situation that keeps us from going to our Arizona trip. But if not, we will go back to the Rio Rancho course you mentioned. Okay. And we'll definitely see Roswell in the middle of there. We'll see our district foes for probably the first time completely, other than this following, or the Friday after next. We go to Eastwood. We'll see them at the Mayfield meet, and then we'll go to Artesia, and we'll take a week off, and then our home meet on October the 25th, and then district on Halloween, also home, and then state.
Okay. Well, and you talked about it a little bit earlier. Obviously, you feel like you guys can get back in the mix, competing for a district championship this year.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's. I think we're in a good place. I really do. Just looking top to bottom, I dig into the stats all the time. Even though like right now it's like the way too early point of the season to dig into the stats, but I do it anyways. It's kind of projecting how the kids finished cross season last year and how some of the kids of the other schools and our kids performed during track season, to kind of do some just overall just projections. And yeah, on the boys side and girls side, I think we're going to be right in there. I think we always run well at district. We've always run well at district at home. Both times that we've hosted, we've had district champions on both sides. So it's always nice to, no pressure, guys. Sorry, Matt, holding his hands to his face. But I mean, it's not that we always had that was always our outcome at those meets. It's just, especially the first one was my first year I ever hosted, and and we won district on both sides. It was really, really cool to watch that team progress. But I know like right now there's more talent. There's more talent and in-shape kids on this team than I had there, and I think where we stand in the district, I think we're going to be there in the end on both sides. We've had 2 years of not qualifying a girls team. That certainly is going to end this time. So, yeah, I'm not worried about that anymore. It's just, really just trying to reach that ultimate goal of getting those district championships, and that translating to a top 5 finish at state.
Okay. Well, we wish you all the best of luck, and we have to wait till October to see you guys at home. But yeah, you can head to Cloudcroft, you can head to Rodoso and watch them run, or head down to El Paso, go on cruises. So there's definitely, had to make a little bit of a trip, but definitely great to see all of them compete. Good luck this year. Appreciate y'all coming in, and we'll look forward to your season. Okay.
All right. Awesome. Thank you for having us.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you.